Good morning, friends. We are going to discuss about the one more protocol, that is the HTTP protocol. Okay, HTTP protocol stands for the Hypertext Transfer Protocol here. Okay, it stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay, this protocol is mainly used to access the data on a internet, or you can say this one the World Wide Web also. Okay, HTTP protocol mainly used to transfer the data in the form of plain text. Okay, we can send as a audio, video, as well as a hypertext also. This protocol is known as a hypertext transfer protocol because of its efficiency that allows us to use a hypertext environment where there are rapid jumps from the one document to the another document here. Okay, one more thing is that HTTP protocol is similar to FTP as it also transfers the file from the one host to the another host, but HTTP protocol is a simpler than the FTP protocol here, as HTTP uses only one connection. Okay, whereas there is no control connection to transfer the files here, right? Now we are having some standard features for FTP protocol. Okay, first thing, HTTP protocol is a connectionless protocol here. Okay, second thing, HTTP client initiates the request and waits for the server here, right? When the server receives the request, the server processes the request and send back the response to the HTTP client here, after which the client disconnects the connection. The connection between client and server exists only during the current request and response time only. What they are telling here, HTTP client initially initiates the connection to the HTTP server here. Once the request arrived at the HTTP server, now HTTP server process the request here. Okay, then sends back response to the HTTP client here. Okay, the client and server connection is established only when the during the current request time only, right? One more thing, that HTTP protocol can be send any kind of the data. It can send audio, video, as well as the hypertext data also. Okay, due to that reason it is a media independent protocol also. And one more important thing, stateless. HTTP is a stateless protocol, as both client and servers know each other only during the current request only. Okay, due to this reason the protocol, both client and server do not retain information between various requests of the web pages only, right? I hope I cleared now. Okay, we are having different transactions in a HTTP protocol. Okay, transactions in the sense that the client is going to send the request to the server here, server is going to process that one. Okay, it sends back response to the client here. Okay, or you can say this one, the server replies to the request message by sending a response message to the HTTP client here. And we are having the HTTP messages also. We are having request messages as well as the response messages. Both request and the response messages are having the different message formats here. Okay, now how we're going to look into that one, what kind of the formats it is going to have. Request message, the request message is sent by the client only, obviously, that consists of the request line. Okay, the first line will be the request line here. Second thing, it is going to have the headers here. Okay, next time will be whatever the body, whatever the user want to write, that one it is going to write that one. This is the request message format here. Response message, it consists of the status line here. Okay, it is going to have the headers also and something body, that in that one we are going to send the response message here, right? Now next thing we are going to discuss about the URL, that is uniform resource locator here. Okay, we know well about this one. Each URL is going to have the method here. Okay, and we are going to have the colon and the two hash here. Host name, we require port number, as well as the path also. Okay, the client wants to access the document in an internet, needs an address and facilitate the access of the documents here. The HTTP uses the concept of URL. Okay, HTTP works with the help of URL protocol, URL here. Okay, the uniform resource locator is standard way of specifying any kind of information on the internet. That one. Okay, it mainly consists of the define the four parts here. One will be the host name here, one more will be the computer, another will be the port here, and last one will be the path also. Now what is meant by the method here, right? The method is the protocol used to retrieve the document from the server here. For example, HTTP protocol, you can use the any protocols also, FTP protocol also there. Okay, all these protocols come under the method here. Host, the host, the computer where the information is stored here, and the computer is given as a alias name also. Due to that reason we require the host name is required here. Third one will be the port here. The URL can also contain the port number of the server, but it is an optional field. If the port number is included, then it must come between the host and the path, and it should be separated from the host by colon here, right? The last one will be the path here. Path is the path name of the file where the information is stored here, right? The path itself contains the slashes that separates the directories from the subdirectory and the files now. Okay, this is all about the HTTP protocol. Thank you.